Welcome to today's Flutter tutorial. In this video, we are diving into GridView widget, a powerful tool for creating grid-based layout in your Flutter app. Whether it is for photo galleries, product listings, or dashboard design, GridView is your go-to widget. Let's get started. What is GridView? GridView is a scrollable grid-based layout widget in Flutter. It organizes items into rows and columns, making it perfect for grids like photo gallery or product listing. Let's start with a simple example. So I have my app, which is a stateless widget and which returns material app. On my material app on the home, I have the scaffold, and then I'm going to add body here. Then I'm going to have grid view. And this is, if you hover on it, you get to know parameters that you can pass to this. So one of those things you can add is your grid delegate. And your grid delegate is going to take silver delegate with fixed cross axis. Now this enables us to determine the number of widgets we want to have on the row. So if I put 2 here, we're going to have 2 widgets display on a row. If I put 3, we're going to have 3 display on a row. So that's what this basically does. So, and apart from that, if you come here and you hover on your grid view, another thing you can add is your children. So this children allows us to add list of widgets we want to display across our screen. So I'm going to come here and then I'm going to have children. Let me add constant here. And also add const, just to remove the blue line. So I'm going to be displaying card widget. So I have card, and my card is going to take a child, which is going to be test widget. So I want to have card displayed on my screen with a child, which is a test widget. So I'm having digital bar, and let me save this. So if I save this now, you can see my card with digital bar at the top of my card here. So let me wrap this with a center widget so that it can be at the center of my card. And let me add elevation of 4 to this, and also add a margin, because you can see my card is touching the edge of my screen here. So let me add margin of 8 pixels, and let me save this. So you can see now, I think this is better. We have elevation of 4, and then we have my digital bar at the center of my card. Let me start my test. Test style, which is going to be font size 18 pixels and font width dot bold. See? Yeah, I think this is better now. So let me just copy this my card and duplicate it so that we can see how a grid view works. Paste this, paste this, paste this, and save this. So because I set my cross ax count to 3, that's why I have 3 cards on this row. So if I change this to 2 now and I save this, we're just going to have 2 cards on this row. So when you're working on a larger application, it's not advisable for you to just have a card like this and then copy and paste and copy and paste. So the best way to go about it is that you can create what we call a reusable widget. So I'm going to create a card here, .that, which is going to be a stateless widget, and then I'm going to call it reusable item card. Yeah, so I'm going to over on this and import my material.that, And instead of returning a container here, all I just need to do is to come and copy this card here, copy this, cut it, and then I replace the container with the card widget. And then let me remove this. For now I'm going to add a const just to remove the blue line. So we can also make this stitch tapper dynamic. So all I can do is that I can come here and I can say, because we know this is going to be a string, I can add a field here which is going to be final and say string, say item name. Yeah. So I'm going to add required. I think this is going to be this dot item name. Now the comma here is saving this. So I'm going to just take this item name and replace. I'm going to replace this stitch tapper with my item name. And so, and I need to remove this constant just to remove that error. Add this constant here and also constant here and save this. So when I have something like this now, instead of having this kind of, I can just say reusable, and all I need to do now is just to pass the name I want, which is going to be digital var. And so I can copy this now and paste it 4 times. And then let me remove this. And save this. So we still have the same thing as when we're using card here. So this makes it your code a bit cleaner, and when you want to use this particular card in another file, you can easily use it. So this example uses GridView to create a static grid with 2 columns, each displaying digital bar. So you can customize this to whatever you want to customize it to. So anytime you have a static grid that the value is not going to be changing, you already know the values you want to display on your screen, you can just use our grid view. So for dynamic grid or large data sets, we use what we call GridView.builder. So I'm going to remove this. So I'm just going to remove this, or let me just add GridView.builder. And then you can see I'm having error. This time around it's not going to take children, because this time around is the grid is dynamic. Maybe you're fetching your data from the database, or you have a list of items you want to display on your screen, and maybe the number of the list is a bit large and you can't just add code that. Then we use what we call GridView.builder. So I'm just going to, if you hover on this now, you will see that there are 2 things that are required. The first one is the silver grid delegate, which is our grid delegate, which you already have here. So if you hover on this now, you can see that apart from grid delegate, we have our item builder, which is required. So I'm going to be passing our item builder here, item builder, and this is going to take 2 things, which is going to be our context, and then it's going to take index. This index simply means the number of the item on your list that you want to display on the screen here. So you're going to be required to return a widget, and yeah, we have a reusable widget that we can return, which is our reusable item card. So I'm just going to copy and paste a list of food here that we can display dynamically. So I'm going to come here and then I'm going to paste list of food that I want to display, from pizza, burger, pasta. So we have our food item and we have a list of food I want to display. So all I need to do here now is to just come here and say this is food item. So I change this from item name to food, item, then add index. So if you understand how list works, this simply means that at the first, it's going to take the first index, which is pizza, it's going to display it here. Then the next index, burger, it's going to display it here. And the next index, pasta, is going to display it here. So I'm going to have a semicolon here, and then I'll save this. But one thing that is very important also is that you need to add your item count. Now, let me not add item count for now. You'll see the error I'm going to get. So the good thing about it, if you remember, it's scrollable. So by the time we reach the end of the last food item, we begin to get an error which says invalid value, not inclusive range. So we didn't add our item count to it. So item count simply means how many grid do you want to display. So if I say I just want to display 4, if I save this now, I'm just going to have 4 grid. So, but since you don't, most of the time, you don't know the number of items you want to display. So you best use the food item dot length. And when I save this now, my error, I don't have the error again. So that's how you can use your food item dot length. Another thing we can do is that we can add our can add cross axis spacing. So on my cross axis, the space I want to have can say 10, and then my main axis spacing I want to have 10 also. So if I save this now, you can see that this is a bit joined together. So when I save this now, you'll notice that we have more space here and here. Yeah. So that's how we can do it. So another thing we can do is that we can also wrap this also with padding. Can wrap it with padding, and then you can say, okay, I want to pad it and add 8 pixel, depending on whatever pixel you want to add to your padding. So these are some of the things you can do on your GridView.builder. So the GridView.builder is ideal for dynamic content. We specify the grid structure using the silver grid delegate with fixed cross axis. So if I don't want just 2, I can say I want 4, and if I save this now, I'm having 4 here. So let me return it back to 2. And we have that. So the sense of some of these things like padding is so that you can customize your UI based on the UI design you have, all that. So we can still make our GridView.builder and interactive. When I mean interactive, you're not just going to display your grid view on your mobile app. Maybe you just have pizza, burger. There might be sometimes you just want to display it, but most of the time you want to make interactive. Interactive saying that, okay, when I click this, I want something to happen. Maybe take me to a page or display something or place an order. So you can do that by using what we call gesture detector. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to wrap my card, this individual card, to what we call a gesture detector. So if I hover on this gesture detector, I have different functionality which I can perform, like on tap down, on tap up, on tap. So I just want to make use of on tap. So that simply means when I tap on this, something should happen. So I'm going to give it a function that when I tap on this, I just want to print the item name. So I'm going to have print here. Let's say allow item name. So this is going to take the items that we are passing dynamically from the food item, and then it's going to display it on the screen. So item name clicked. I'm going to add semicolon here. So let me save this now. So if I click on pizza here, you can see I have pizza clicked. If I click on burger, we have burger clicked. Sushi clicked. Tacos clicked. So this is how we can make our GridView.builder dynamic, interactive. Now, each grid item responds to a tab, enabling interactivity. Grid view is versatile and essential for grid-based layout in Flutter. We use GridView for static grid, and we use GridView.builder for dynamic content. Experiment with spacing, padding, and interactivity to create stunning UIs. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Thank you.